Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So, I may be a few videos behind because, well, I've had a time. I don't know what I've done that I am still paying for because it has to be past. Because present, I don't leave my house. Let's be real. I don't know what I've done, but I just something, whatever, I fell down my steps in my house. So I made it down to the first landing and then completely fell down the last of it. It hurt. Thought I broke my foot, but I didn't. Or my ankle. It's quite purple, quite swollen. Can't really walk on it, which is good that I get to sit. But it's done a number. I have rug burn all up my back. It got my arm through here. Like, it just went boom, 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 all the way down the steps. There's about 5 of them. So it got me good there. Luckily, I had an imprint of a button. Where a button came from, we don't know. But the imprint of it was in this arm last night. But it went away, thank goodness. Because I was getting concerned with that one. So, I didn't film for a couple days. Just so you know. And now, I have all 3 of my grandchildren. 3 of 4 of my children. My oldest daughter, she left though. She's doing what's it called? Training for her new job for a week. So I've got her children. And it's been a lot, to say the least. So we're just going to do the best we can, just so you know. But let's get started with this. We're still doing the alphabet, and we're still backtracking it. Now, here's the thing. I thought, okay, so I think Makeup Forever was my last video. I think. In which case we were backtracking because I had already did Ofra, I think. Again, all just off the top of my head. So, with that said I still do Makeup by Mario. Well, is it called Makeup by Mario or is it called by Mario? Because if that's the case, it should have been in B. But I'm not for sure. We're doing it in Makeup by Mario, which is M for the makeup. Because it does say by Mario. So I don't know. But anyway, let's go through what's on my face. What is on my face is I am wearing a sample of this H Skin Foundation Makeup Forever. I chose the 2N26, which is Y315, which is what this is, the reboot. Y315, right? So I thought it would be the same in a sense, you know? It's not. Much darker than that. I would say a good shade darker. Like, instead of being at 3s, I may be in the 2s. I don't know. But I will say that the foundation itself is nice. I do like it. So, I may look into it. It is a little bit darker, though, than my actual skin tone. But it doesn't look bad. So, then, for the under eyes, I'm using my Sigma Corrector. My Natasha Denona concealer. I set my whole face with the Lunar Beauty today because I was just trying to hurry with everything going on. And I wasn't really for sure how long I could sit, to be fair. For bronzer, I am wearing Marc Jacobs Tantalize. I had to think which one I grabbed. Tantalize. And then for blush, okay, so the other day I said I had Ofra blushes and I couldn't find them. I found them. My granddaughter took them. So I have Punch and Rendezvous. I don't think I'm going to like Rendezvous, so I'll probably give that one back to her, but I am going to try it before I let it go. But I decided to go for Punch today. I really like it. It's like a fruit punch. It really is. It's cute. Are these still available? No clue. Couldn't tell you. But I do like it. Price point, again, I'm not really for sure. I will say that it applied wonderful. I used my blush brush from Natasha Denona. No issue, no patchiness, no picking up, none of it. So, and it's a beautiful color. I really like color. Do I have this in other colors? Yeah, I'm sure. Other brands, I have this color. But regardless, I will keep that blush for sure. I'll try the other one. Maybe I like it more, maybe I don't, or maybe it'll be different, so I'll keep it. But I'm going to keep one or the other. For highlighter, again, Ofra. This time I decided to pull out the palette and I used Space Baby. The Nikki Tutorial one, this one right here. Again, this is still my favorite, but I used that one today just because it's like a duochrome. It's like pinky purple white. It's icy looking. I should have technically, though, probably have used Pillow Talk technically with the blush and stuff. I think it would have looked better, but here we are. And then the palette, of course, you all know how I adore and love my Ethereal Eyes palette. That is, I don't own his other ones, the Master Mats. I might at some point invest in the Cool Tone one, but for now I have the Ethereal Eyes, and it gives me absolutely everything I need. Stunning palette, worth every penny, has never left my side right here. Because it is limited edition, I don't use it often, which is the shame because I should get, you know, my money's worth out of stuff. But I adore that palette. I really do. It is my favorite palette, definitely by this brand, and probably in my top, I'd say that's probably my favorite palette in my top 10. Like, not my very favorite, but like it's somewhere in my top 10 for sure. Like, I would, you know, if the house was burning, I'm grabbing that. Maybe it's in, technically, you know what, I bet that'd be in my top 50, because you know that every single Natasha Denona palette would be up there, and every Pat palette would be up there. So, and I'm sure I have a good 20 and 20 of each, if not more. So might be in my top 50. No, it would be up there. It would even be over some of my Pat's and Natasha's for sure, to be fair. But anyway, it was a limited edition thing. So were these. These came with 3 of them. Rosy Glow, Party Glam, Bronzy Glam. Oh, maybe that's Rosy Glam. It is. It's Rosy Glam. My bad. So this one here is Bronze Glam. And it is what it says it is. It's a bronzed look, basically. You're not getting variety in here, okay? You're getting one look. If you want a bronze look, here you go. I don't have an issue with these powders, to be fair. This one here was Party Glam. I would say this one's one of my least favorites just because of the way it's set up. Again, you all know I love to have a brown in that crease, so, but it's still a pretty palette nonetheless. The formulas are nice. I didn't have an issue with them. Some people did. I think that his formula definitely has changed because what's in here isn't the same as the Ethereal Eyes. And from my understanding, the all matte palettes, the newest one, the cool one, is better formula than the, I guess, warm tone one. So keep that in mind. But let's get started on this. This is the one we're going to be playing with today, the Rosy Glam. Very simple, very easy, very straight to the point type of palette. It just, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to go into this brown shade first. And we're going to start. So how have you all been? What have you all been up to? Anything fun? It's so hot. I do apologize for that AC. I know you can hear it in the videos. There's nothing I can do. I have tried everything. The thing is that it's just a heat wave right now. Like, my house is so hot. It doesn't have good insulation. It's an older home. To be fair, it's my fault. We never invested in the house. We should have. And we still might. But as of right now, the insulation just sucks. And even with the ACs running, this house still gets to above 80 some. I'm a sweaty mess. It isn't back into the 70s until like probably around 4 in the morning. I'll look over and I'll see the temperature reading like 72, 73, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And it gets worse as like the sun goes, because it rises on this side and then goes down, beats down on this side. So, but the heat just comes through the windows. Like I said, bad insulation in this house because it's just an older home. But I have tried to turn the AC off and sweat just immediately starts. So I just can't. And I try to talk a lot, to be fair, in these videos, so you don't hear it. You're unfortunately hearing my voice, which could be annoying. I could give you that. But I don't edit, I don't do any of that because I want you to see how products work from beginning to end without, you all think I'm doing something, because and I'm not a makeup artist, so if I can't use it, you have some sort of gauge to go by. Because obviously when a makeup artist is using a palette, they can make any palette look like it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Whereas me, the formula is gonna have to be good, or the brush is something, because I have no skill level. It is what it is, I'm gonna take a smaller brush now and just sort of get it into this outer corner. This is the only matte in this palette, and I'm sort of just throwing it everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason, to be fair. But I am loving these Natasha Denona brushes, like, for real. There's not a brush, I mean, I don't know what it is about these, the shapes of them, but it is really, after playing with so many different kinds of brushes and shapes and sizes, there is something to be said about these brushes. And I will say that the Sonia G's, I was looking at them, and there are some that resemble the style, because you can't purchase these brushes on the Natasha Denona website anymore. But Sonia G does have some of these brushes in this side. I'm going to take it under the lower lash line. And though I'm still scared to use her brushes, I know, silliness, I get it. But I am still scared to use her brushes because I don't want to ruin them. And there may never come a day that I know what I'm doing. And I know that. And someday I'm going to have to use those brushes. Like, it is what it is. But they are so pretty. And so soft. And so elegant. That they're just in a little glass container. Or a plastic closed container. With pearls sitting in them. Sitting in a container. On my shelf for me to look at, to be fair. Is that silly? Yeah, it is. I'll give it to you. It's downright stupid, really, but it is what it is. I do like the mirror in this also. Like, it's a nice little mirror. You can definitely see like your eye in it really good. It's a good mirror. I do like it a lot. And like I said, because there's only one matte, there's only so much like you're gonna get. Alright, now we're gonna go into this purple shade right here. It's like a satin metallic shade, I guess. And we're gonna lay it in the outer corner and run it through the crease. It's almost like a shifty shade, almost, to be fair. It's really gorgeous. And I could see this all over my lid, even. But I wanted to use them all. But if you can see this, like, look at that. It's like pink, purple. It's really pretty. Do I have this shade in other palettes again? Yeah, I do. Like, I'm not for sure why these palettes here launched, because I know they launched after the original palette, the mattes, Master Matte. But I did pick these up just to try it. And again, I don't have no issues with them. But I have heard people say they weren't the best. So, we're going to go into this pink shade. And we're going to apply it to 2/3 of the lid this time. I think, if I recall correctly, a lot of people said their shade, like, they'd apply it and it would sort of just disappear. Whether it be blend away or by end of day, it just literally was gone. I believe is what the issue was. That's not the same issue I have. And I do use an eye primer, Sigma eye primer. I do set it with whatever setting powder I'm using for the day. So nothing really like fancy or anything I'm doing to keep the shadows lasting. But yeah, I don't have any issues with mine. But just so you know, in case you come across these somehow, whether eBay or Poshmark, whatever, I don't get me wrong, I like this palette. I do. I don't think it's a necessity, though. I really don't. we're going to take that purple shade that I used in the outer corner, and I'm going to stamp it along my lash line, on the lower lash line. I used the Tarte Fake Awake cream liner for the waterline. And I will say that the palettes, because there's only 4 colors, it kind of does make it easy. I'm not going to lie. Alright, I think I got that purple up in there. Let me make sure I don't lose the brown. There we go. And then for inner corner, this is probably the prettiest shade, to be honest. This one right here. Let me just take a little bit off, but look at this, watch this. Ready? Look at that. It just, the shiniest, it's so pretty. And it's something as simple as that sometimes that can make or break a palette almost for me. Because this here is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But there's no, or no, ooh, you know, but then this, even though it's in this, just this little teeny tiny portion of my lid or eye, just knowing it's there is gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stunning. It's everything and you want it to be, you know? It's just the most beautiful color. It really, really is. It's gorgeous. Like, I can't give it enough praise, to be fair. Okay, I'm going to use the Valentino. Am I right? I think it is. Hold on. Yeah, Valentino Beauty. So we haven't made it to V yet, y'all. And I told you I was going to buy this mascara, right? And it is in my cart. I don't know if I told you I checked out or not. I was going to, and then I didn't, because I'm going to buy the mascara for sure, right? But I started looking at the eyeshadow palette. Y'all, that eyeshadow palette is $98. Okay, now there is 8 shadows, and I know that somebody probably is going to say, well, you spent that much on a Tom Ford, and I have, and I have been let down by it. Now, I have been also very pleased by it, so I really don't know what to do about that. Like, I really do like their mascara, but that's all I've really tried from the brand. And I thought about trying and getting like almost a full face, because I seen they had blushes. Oh, I do have a lipstick by this brand. I do like the lipstick too. I love the mascara, but it is expensive. And I'm just sitting there looking at that eyeshadow palette going, do I or don't I? And I know that other people can say, well, you bought Natasha Denona palettes, Pat McGrath, Tom Ford, you know, Gucci. But I guess because they're not unknown to me, it doesn't seem like a risk. Where I'm just not sure about this brand. And like Prada's, I'm kind of wondering about their eyeshadow. Again, they're coming up. I just don't know though if it's something I should invest in, because like I have enough, and I know I do. I don't have to own something from every brand, but I do, because what if it's the best, right? But then I've realized that by doing this alphabet thing, I'm trying everything from every brand, and there's definitely been some surprises here. But then there's been some, oh yeah, I get it. Like the makeup by Mario. It's fine. But again, the only thing that really is the ethereal eyes, except for I am wearing the minimal lip liner by Kevin Kwan with this Rose Glow. That's where I got the Rose Glow. Makeup by Mario. What is this thing called? Plumping Lip Serum. Moisturize, Glow, Plumping Lip Serum. Lip Balm. This thing. I have 4 of them. They are the messiest things I've ever seen. Uneven. Applying them. But, man, I like them on my lips. I really do. I don't have an issue with the twisty up mechanism like I do the clicker with Tarte. I feel like I like Tarte's plumping better, but I think it's because I like their formula. But I like this mechanism and the color better. As far as what they look like on the lip, I think they both do the same thing. This one might be a little more shinier. I don't know. It's thinner, but that could be the color. I don't know. I have go ups and downs with it, but either one, these are all the same things, you all the same things. I'm going to use the Clinique lower lash line just to get a little bit of something on these lashes. I want it very little on the lower lash line. I am trying to go with a little bit of something down there to try to get used to having no mascara down there, because that seems to be what everybody's doing, but I just don't think it looked right on me. So I'm trying to get used to little and then maybe none, you know what I mean? In theory, that's what I'm doing. Whether that works or not, who knows? But this is the final look. So when it comes to, and I know they have a lot of products, and I haven't tried a lot of it, I'll be honest, because there are a lot to do with creams and stuff, and I'm just not a big cream person, to be fair. And I think that I'm not so sure their formulas are going to be so friendly to somebody that has no clue what you do with them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're easy to use, maybe they're not. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get enough courage and I'll use them. The price point's not bad on his stuff, to be fair. You're looking about in the $20 range for like certain things, up to maybe like $45. So they're mid-range, I guess. But it is, I see his vision, let's say that, and Lord knows he is a phenomenal makeup artist for sure. So I like these palettes, these little ones, but I'd keep this one because this one's just my color story. Like, I love this color story, but the other two I could live without technically. The Ethereal Eyes, no way, no how would I ever live without that palette, okay? Like, that palette sits, I mean, it literally sits right here underneath 2 other palettes. And the only reason it's underneath the 2 palettes is because it's wider and the other palettes are thinner. Just so you know, that's how important that palette is to me. Just like, you know, the Chucky is sitting right here. My, of course, so is the Jason one. I have the 2 Christmas palettes by Pat McGrath from last year sitting here. They're more or less sitting here because I haven't decided how I felt about them yet. I do like them, but in this bigger scheme of things, I don't know how I feel about them. Yeah. So, this is the final look using the Makeup by Mario. I think it turned out really pretty. If you ever do come across the Ethereal Eyes, highly suggest looking at it, touching it, buying it. You won't regret it. That palette you will not regret. His plumping lip balm, if you like a minty flavor, it does work. It does look pretty. It lasts a so-so time. It's a balm, but it does wear nicely, even if you don't have a lip liner. And like, if I don't have like anything on, a lot of the times I think it's this one here. Is this one it? Yeah, Bare Glow. I can put it on just whatever, like sunscreen and that, and it makes my lips look really pretty. So I do like them. But I think that's all I have by him. So I think that is it, y'all. I'm looking around just to be safe. Yes. Alright. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. I hope you enjoyed it. Please know that there could be missing videos due to my fall. And if I start to really bruise or hurt or just can't sit here, there could be missing videos. Or the fact that I have 5 children in this house, there could be missing videos. But I'll try to do something. Even if it's like my favorite summer palettes or something, you know. Because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to not do nothing. Because, I mean, this is where I get to relax and have some fun, you know. And as far as the hair, look, this is what we're getting this summer because it's too hot. And I'm sweating by the end of the day. As you can see, it's already starting. So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Alright, I'm going to let you go. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it, subscribe, do all the things. I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend or a week ahead. I don't even know what day it is, to be fair. Y'all. Alright, I didn't bump my head. Although I could use this as an excuse for everything, but technically, I didn't bump my head. I bumped my butt all the way down, butt and back, all the way down the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 6, and I landed right on the bottom on the floor. Like, I didn't even land on a step. I was on the floor. Fun times. Anyway, I'll let you go. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.